Good morning, everybody. It's Lisa Baker here at SewEndipitous. Happy Thursday morning.
All right, guys.
We don't know. Let's start this
Technical
over.
issues.
Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday morning, and everybody say, whoop, whoop. I was getting ready to say, I can't even keep up with the days, even though yesterday I said, good morning, Wednesday. And then all of a sudden, something funky was going on over there. Today's Thursday.
I was going to say, I thought yesterday was Wednesday.
Yeah. We're going to ignore Steve this morning. He is struggling right now. We don't know why, but he is struggling this morning. But clearly I'm struggling too. But anyway, good morning, guys. I love when we have an episode of new items. Things are back in stock, and we could just talk about some creative inspiration ideas. It's one of my favorite episodes to do because we get to talk about so many things. I hope yesterday you caught our episode on the Northwoods Lodge fabric. That was just so yummy, yummy, yummy. Definitely check out those grunges if you are a grunge fan. I think there's 9 different grunges in that collection. So that's super fabulous. But we got some fabulousness today. Before we get started, I just want to remind everybody, keep an eye out on the class schedule. There is classes out there. There is a serger class, but I think that just got filled. That was a serger 101 class. There is still the raw edge applique 101 class. It is there, I think, under Sunbonnet Sue, but just know that is a technique class. You don't necessarily got to even like Sunbonnet Sue. It's about learning raw edge applique. You can choose to do a full quilt, or you can choose just to do a block for the class just to learn the technique. So those that have been asking about that raw edge applique class, it is out there. Go ahead and get signed up for that. I think that's in September. I want to say there is a master stripology. I know there's a sheet over here. Steve's getting ready to say there's a sheet over here.
I put it over there for you.
Yeah. I think there is a master your stripology ruler class out there. There may only be 1 or 2 seats left in that class, so definitely jump on that.
The master your stripologist, Diane Quirk, says good morning.
Oh, Diane's on. Whoop, whoop. See, I was just touting your class for you. But I think there's only a couple slots left in that. So if you have been missing out on that class, you definitely want to take it. There's so much knowledge in there. Honestly, I've taken it before. I need to take it again because there's so much. I don't remember it all. The other thing, too, I want to point out is there is a Creative 8 class out there. That Creative 8 class, for those that know my SewNet, that is the same thing. If you had 6D software, it is the same thing. Now, that class is not just for those that have machine embroidery. That software does so much. If you have cutting machines, if any crafting you want to do, that software does it. So it is a great class to jump into, even if you're curious about it. You do not have to own the software to be in that class. You just have to have a laptop, bring your power cord, bring your mouse, and pop into that class. It's going to be super fun. That is with Mickey Hudson. She is a national educator with Husqvarna Viking, FOF, and Singer, the SVP worldwide. She is amazing. I'll blab again about those classes at the end, but let's dig into what's new, what's restocked.
We got a good morning from Julie Troutman and a good morning from Lori Baker.
Good morning, Miss Lori Baker. Now we just need Jan, and we got the triplets.
Mom was asking me this morning, what's Lori Baker going to make with that Northwoods Lodge? I'm like, I have no idea.
You know, it's so funny because when I think of Northwood Lodge, I don't think of Lori Baker. So if she made something, I would love to see what she would make.
That is so far removed from Tula Pink and that world that
Ruby
she
Star,
loves.
All of the wild and crazy that Miss Lori loves. You never know, she might surprise us. But since we're talking about Lori Baker, let's talk about Lori Baker. So some of our restocks things that we've got back in is our Heat and Bond liquid vinyl. That had been out across the country. The distributors didn't have it. They were waiting on the new shipment. Those are finally in. Now, as you guys remember when Lori Baker was on show with me, this was the fabric Not Scary. This is the product that she used. This is just a pair of tennis shoes that I think she said she just grabbed at Walmart. And she used the Heat and Bond liquid vinyl to Mod Podge, for lack of better terms. Her fabric choices on here, she did make her own shoestrings out of the fabric. We have been talking about a tenor shoe class. That's where you're building your tenor shoes from the soles up. And that is in the works, but this is the cheater way. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. The cheater way of doing you some fabric covered shoes is using that Heat and Bond liquid vinyl. Now, you can use this on your purses, so many different things. There is instructions on the back depending on how many applications you put. If you do one application, it says water and stain resistant. 2 says waterproof and stain resistant. If you do 3 coatings, then you are waterproof, stain resistant with a semi-gloss oilcloth finish. Absolutely love. We really can't keep this stuff in. We sell tons of it online as well, but it's a good way to check. Anything, Steve?
Okay, yes. Hold on, guys. I got to scroll up because I've got messages I've lost here.
Sorry.
So if I lose you, it's because Lisa's long-winded. Doesn't give me a chance to jump in.
I don't.
All right. We got a good morning from Tad Johnson.
Good morning, Miss Tad.
Diane's reminding everybody September the 18th was the date of
Yes.
the Mastery Stripology class. Cindy Loudemans says good morning.
Good morning, Miss Cindy.
And Miss Moda Tracy says good morning. Lisa, Renee, and Steve.
Good morning, Miss Mother Tracy. We love you, as I think you know. Okay, so let's move on. Since we're talking Lori Baker, we're going to continue talking Lori Baker. We just got back in the Hemingway pouch pattern. We've had this before numerous times. We keep selling out. It is such a popular pattern. Now, this pattern comes in 4 different sizes, all the way from small to extra large. Lori Baker had made us samples before we even got the pattern the first time. She made some in cork. I don't remember what size this particular pouch is, but she made it in the cork, and you can see she even done quilting on it. This pattern is super quick and easy to make in all the sizes. Here's one. This may be the extra small. I could be wrong. But super cute the way you do your zipper on that. If Lori Baker was here, you know she'd give you the full-on instruction.
Lord. Okay, hold on. We got hearts flying everywhere.
Okay.
And Motor Tracy says, I feel the love. And Brenda LeBee says, good morning and see you in a minute again today.
That means Brenda is out in the parking lot. We're glad you feel the love, Miss Tracy, for sure. But guys, this is the Hemingway pouch. If you have not purchased this pattern, and you want a quick and easy pouch to do, this is fabulous. The size on this one, I mean, you could easily put your iPad or tablet in that for sure. I love all the sizes, but these are made in quilter's cloth, and then you can see she made it in the corking, which is so fun. So that's the Hemingway pouch. I'm assuming all of these are back on the website. If not, call in the shop. I don't know if I gave all this to Steve or not. Okay, moving on to Lori Baker. You know she's the bow queen. Now, she has not made a sample of this one, but you know the regular patchwork giant bow. You know the rag quilt bow. And now this one is the jelly roll bow. Bow. I keep saying bowl with an L.
Lord, I think everybody hit the heart button at the same time. It was like a heart explosion.
We love a heart explosion. We love heart explosion. But we do now have the jelly roll version in. So if you've got some of those 2.5-inch strips that you need to use up, here you go. It looks like if you're doing the double-sided jelly roll side, you need 13 strips for side A, 13 strips for side B. And if you're only doing jelly roll on one side and whole cloth on the other, then obviously you only need 13 jelly roll strips. That's 2.5-inch width of fabric. So that's fabulous.
And we have AccuQuilt dies to cut those too?
To cut strips. Of course we have AccuQuilt dies to cut strips. And we now have the new Grizzly 2.5-inch. They could do 12 layers of fabric at once. So one pass, and you would have way more than your 13 strips because it cuts 5 times 12, whatever that is. I can't keep up. Okay, so A new pattern that we've got in the shop is this one here. It's called Pick a Pumpkin. It's perfect for this time of year to really dig in and create your autumn quilt. So cute with the pumpkin leaves and the different pumpkins and squashes. This one is by Alderwood Studio. Super fun. You can find this back in our autumn Halloween section. We also got back in stock the Undercover by Annie's pattern. This is the pattern if you want to make a cover for your sewing machine. It comes with the option of doing small, medium, and large. So no matter what size your sewing machine is, by Annie has you covered, and this is called Undercover. So we just got that back in stock. Anything, Steve?
Lori Baker says, I want to make a Halloween bow.
Oh, there you go. A Halloween jelly roll bowl. I think that would look good. Back in stock is our Stick and Stitch by Selkie. This is where you can put this into your printer. Go ahead and print out your hand embroidery designs. You literally stitch right on it. And then when you are done, a little bit of water takes it off. It is absolutely amazing. This came out several years ago. It was like a new evolution in hand embroidery and cross stitch and punch needle for sure. So we got this back in stock. We sell out of it all the time.
All right, hold on.
Yes.
Gotta scroll up here a little bit. Okay, so Chris Harvey says, hey, Lisa.
Good morning, Miss Chris. Thank you for popping in and seeing me last week. That was amazing.
Anna Sitterly says, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Anna.
And a good morning from Karen Daniels.
Good morning, Miss Karen. I hope you're doing well. Okay, on to some more new patterns. So here is a new cross stitch pattern that we have. This is by Miss Robin Pickens. We love some Robin Pickens. This is called Courier Duos. It's the Spring Robins. So cute. And then we also picked up the Courier Duos, the Winter Cardinals. Welcome to SewEndipitous. This is once again also cross stitch. These are not kits. These are just the pattern. So you can go ahead and pull your threads. And of course she has all the thread numbers to match the colors she used. Or if you want to change up the colors and make it your very own, you have that option as well. Now we're not done with cross stitching patterns. We have another one from Robin Pickens. This is called Sweater Weather Summer Sunflowers. So cute. Love the yellows and the greens, how they work together. Once again, this is Robin Pickens. It is not a kit. You will pull your own threads and just start cross stitching. Now, Steve, I'm not done.
Oh, well, I was just going to say, now, Tad had said you were talking about those were not embroidery kits, but she was mentioning that the embroidery kits that we have are so much fun.
Oh, yes. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, every time I see a cute little kit, you know, that's in a good price point, I do definitely grab them. You know, it was so sad. Right before we were going to open our brick and mortar, I was super excited and I was telling somebody, only thing Rock Hill needed now was a yarn shop because we had the frame and cross stitch shop that was over on the other side of the city. Now we had a quilt shop. We had Two's Company, which was a needlepoint shop. And I was like, all we need is a yarn shop and we are going to be good to go. And then literally we had not had the brick and mortar open a week or two and found out our cross stitch store that had been there for like 40 plus years. They were retiring and closing. So it has been kind of sad. So I do try to keep a little bit of cross stitch in the building. Matter of fact, Steve, yesterday we had a group of cross stitchers in here. I think there were 16 or 17 of them back in the room. And they literally came in at like 10 o'clock and they stitched all the way to about 4 or 4:30. They were busy beavers back there.
Was that the Tuesday?
Oh, yeah, Tuesday. Sorry,
Tuesday.
I said yesterday. Yes,
Yeah,
Tuesday.
they were a bunch of busy bees. The room was full back there.
Steve says, we got a class going on today I don't know about. And I said, no, the cross stitcher group had reserved the room. He's like, oh, it's full back there. I was like, yeah, they are having fun. Okay, last of the cross stitch new patterns. This one is also a Robin Pickens. It's not a kit. It is called Happy Day. And actually, let me slide that off. Once again, she tells you all the colors that she used that you could choose to do. But it says, make today a happy day. That one is super cute. It's not that big. It wouldn't take anyone too awful long to stitch up. I'm all over the board here. I'm just going to continue on this side. This is back in stock. We ran out of these really quick. We literally just showcased them about a week or two ago. It is Alice's Country, a diary quilt. This is a lot of English paper piecing and hand embroidery. This is what the York County Quilters Guild will be doing, or one of the sew-alongs that they're going to be doing for 2027. Go ahead, Steve. You look like you were going to say
I think
something.
I was just gasping for breath.
I've been for me because
I've been
talk
off
so
my
fast.
allergy diet for a couple of weeks for the first time in over a year, and so if you hear me huffing and puffing
Gasping.
back here, I'm gasping for air. Julie Troutman says, "I love to cross stitch."
Yes, it to me it's fun. It feels time consuming because on the sewing machine I can go so much faster. But I just learned to cross stitch during the pandemic. I've always hand embroidered and other handwork, but I had never cross stitched. But during the pandemic, I taught myself, and it is really fun and soothing. So, needless to say, I'm working on a Wizard of Oz cross stitch. Who would have guessed that?
Just out of curiosity, because I know nothing about this, the thread used to do that, I'm assuming it's different.
Do what? The cross stitch?
Cross stitch, thank you.
Typically it's your DMC thread, but it really depends. If you want to embellish, you can use some metallic. There's like everything. You do you, boo. You can do
Well, I was
whatever
thinking
thread
about
you
our
want.
VIP
Yes,
quilts this
they
year
could-
that had
Yes.
a really nice
A thread box.
thread box.
They could
was thinking
use
about that one for the
but
Happy
it's a
Day.
little bit thinner than what you would want. They would really have to double or triple that up because you want your cross stitch thread to be just a little bit thicker than what was in that box. But that was a good question.
Learn something every day.
Learn
All right.
something every day.
Let's see. Melinda Key says, I picked cross stitch back up and loving it.
Yes, nice.
And Christine Lane says, good Thursday morning.
Good Thursday morning. Yes, it is. Okay, guys, for those that are just tuning in, we're doing what's new in the shop, what's restocked, and we're talking creative ideas. I still have some what's new up. So let's keep moving here. So look at these. Good morning. Welcome to SewEndipitous. Look at these two adorable babies. They are so cute. Little boy elf and little girl elf with her little skirt. These samples were made by Ann Bellinger. She was so gracious to do that for us. Adorable. These, Steve, I'm going to set them right here for a second and I'll get the pattern to show. We need to name our little elves. Actually, they got a name. So it's Edward and Edwina. This is one of the Funky Friends patterns. So cute. So you get both the boy elf and the girl elf in the same pattern. Now, this is all quilter's cotton for the most part. She did use a little bit of felt for the hair and for the little collar on her. And same for him. This is felt. And this is felt. But is that not cute? Oh, she did do felt for the little rosy cheeks.
I'm getting, now it's been years since I've seen it, but wasn't there an elf in Rudolph the
dentist elf?
The dentist elf?
Yes. He was popular in the New Year movie where they were trying Herbie, yeah, that definitely, you could put a little tooth in there and give him blonde hair. But anyway, these are super cute. We just got that pattern in. It's Edward and Edwina. It is Funky Friends. Now, we did get two more.
Lots of hearts coming up for them.
I mean, so cute. And I know you probably can't hear it, but she's got jingle bells on them. They're so stinking cute. These are actually small enough. You could sit them in your tree. On a limb.
Oh, yeah.
I think that would be so stinking cute. But once again, that was Ann Bellinger that did those little samples. So cute.
And Penny Sagehorn says, good morning, Lisa.
Good morning, Miss Penny. Okay, two more Funky Friends that we got in. We have All I Want for Christmas, Santa. And then we have a Merry Miss Claus. So if you want to make Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus to go with your elves, Funky Friends have got you covered. We got those in stock as well. And I have a feeling there may or may not be samples coming of these as well.
Santa, I'm already seeing he needs some grunge for his beard.
Grunge for his beard. Well, I will tell you, I think Anne had already made Santa, I think, last year, the year before, not for us, but for personal decor. And she used the faux fur.
Oh,
She used the faux fur for his beard and stuff. So I'm sure that was super cute. So anyway, we got you covered on these guys. If you want to make you some holiday decor, these would be great year after year. If the grandkids don't steal them out of your house.
Karen Daniel says, do you sell felt? I've been looking for some good felt.
So, stay tuned. That's all I can say right now. Stay tuned.
Sounds like Lisa's got a secret.
Stay tuned. Lisa with a secret. What? Stay tuned, though. Who asked that question?
Karen Daniels.
Karen Daniels. Okay. Yes. Stay tuned, Karen. Stay tuned.
And Yamadora says, good morning. I may have to buy those patterns.
Yes, gal. They are so cute. Well, the elves are going to be in the shop for several weeks, so you definitely can come by, check them out, and get some ideas. But I'm just going to tell you, I know these are done in the traditional reds and greens, but wouldn't you love to see some pink Christmas fabric, that retro with the aqua and the pink in it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
see,
so
I was
cute.
thinking about dressing him up in a more formal Christmas attire
yes.
with the blue and silver from We Love
so he
Christmas
could be like,
2020.
no, he could be Jack the Frost then.
Oh,
If you did him
Jack
in,
Frost.
just give him silver hair, but if you did him in the blue and silver metallic fabric we have, he could then be Jack Frost.
Oh, yes.
We've got all the answers
may
here,
have to-
guys. All the answers. I told you this episode is about what was restocked, what's new, and creative inspiration ideas.
Well, as soon as I walked by and saw him this morning, that's the first thing I was thinking was, oh, that blue and silver Christmas fabric.
Oh, it would be cute. Okay, that's a challenge. Someone make that. Someone make that. Okay, for those of you that love machine embroidery, absolutely super excited about these two products. We just got them in right before I went out of town, but I told the girls, I said price them, but hold them back because I wanted to wait till I could talk about them on video. So super excited. You know Lori Holt is always up to something. So we're going to talk about the first one. So for those that love your machine embroidery, such a glare.
For me. Yeah.
This does come with the USB drive. I know some of you guys don't like when it's just a code inside and you got to go online and download your files. But this does have the USB file. And this is all quilty related Christmas ornaments. Absolutely love and obsessed. The price point, which is amazing on this, $19.99. I don't know of a machine embroidery design that you can about get for $19.99. And it comes, I was looking to see if it says how many different ornaments. It says exclusive Riley Blake design collection by Lori Holt, 6-dimensional ornaments stitched with freestanding lace, which is one of my favorite things to do on machine embroidery. Applique, just so yummy. I've already downloaded all of the instructions for this. Super excited. I cannot wait to stitch one of these out. Lori Holt is not done there. She also has the Hometown Holiday Projects. Now, this one is a little more expensive because it has numerous sizes. You can create all kinds of things. Your stockings, your bunning, your table runners. And look at all those tiny little stockings they made. I'm sure those were for giveaway. So cute. This one also, machine embroidery, has the USB drive. Steve, do you remember if these are on the website?
They are on the website. Because I was having a meltdown while you were gone.
Oh.
Because you left those for me, and I'm like,
You didn't
I
know
don't
what that
know
was.
what this is.
Welcome to SewEndipitous.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's on the website. You
Hopefully
can
he
find it.
categorized it right.
I have no idea. I think it's under patterns, but you can find it also under, who designed them again?
Lori Holt. Welcome to
Yes, you can find them
SewEndipitous.
under Lori Holt, or you can search the name of the package.
Yes, absolutely amazing. I'm obsessed. I bought both of these, not going to lie. So if you've had your machine embroidery or your machine that also has machine embroidery and you haven't, got it out and played with it, guys, do these. So great and fabulous. Go ahead, Steve.
Okay, so Martha Woodfin says, put one of those under the counter for me. Now,
Which
Martha,
one,
I was going to
Martha?
say, it may not even be
She
those.
does machine embroidery.
Oh, does she? Okay.
She does. Yes, because me and Martha's has shared a few little designs with me
Martha,
before.
clarify which thing you're asking for.
This one is the patchwork ornaments. That's $19.99. This one is the stockings and small projects, and this one is $54.99. Which one do you want? Are you wanting both? But obsessed. And if it was something else on the table, tell me that too,
That's
Martha.
what I was getting ready to say because I don't know when that comment came
we
through.
will put it on.
Oh,
Okay.
she says the ornaments.
Yes. For that price, this is a steal deal. I had to, I triple checked this price because I thought it was wrong. I'm not going to lie. Okay, Martha Woodfin, I will get one under the register with your name on it.
Thank you,
Actually,
Martha.
I'm sliding it to the side so the girls can do that even before we get off air.
Yeah, I can only see one or two comments at a time. She did clarify before
Oh, did
while I
she?
was still asking. Yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't see that.
That's okay. Okay, one last new product that's in the shop. It just got released. We've had it on pre-order for a while. And like I said, they just now released them throughout the nation. Welcome to SewEndipitous. So Clover has come out with new different types of clips. These are your larger clips, and you can see they're 3-pronged, and I'll show you why they did them. They're called triple wide wonder clips. I did not have a project that needed binding on it or a bag or a pouch that I was making, so I just grabbed something real quick. So they decided to come out with these bigger clips, so when you are attaching your binding, you could actually have a better hold on it than just a single clip. And like I said, let's pretend this is not sewed down. But anyway, yes. So these two boxes, the reason there's two boxes, let me go back, Steve. This is a 6-count box, and this one is a 12-count box. And like I said, these are by Clover. They're called triple wide wonder clips. Do you have these on the web?
Now it's the first time I'm seeing
Okay,
them.
yeah, I didn't think you did because we got a huge, obviously, shipment yesterday from one of our distributors, and these was on it. Now, I will tell you guys, when you do pick them up, the boxes look like they've had a journey, and they did have a journey because whoever packaged our big, huge box at the warehouse decided to throw tons and tons of thread on top of these boxes. So they're a little squished, but the product is good and amazing. And of course, I have these because I already purchased these. Super excited about
Those look
that.
really cool. I can see those working so much better.
Yeah, when you're doing binding. But also pouches and bags, you know, sometimes you can't pin because you're so many layers, but this is going to help really clip something on the pouch and be able to handle the bulk as well. So yeah, those are amazing.
And Debbie Early says, love those clips.
Good morning, Miss Debbie. I am glad you do. Yeah, I've known about these for a while. I've been super excited, and so when they finally showed up, I was like, me first, me first. Okay, anything else, Steve, about any of the products? Good morning, welcome back to SewEndipitous.
I hope I'm caught up and didn't miss anybody.
Guys, if he did miss someone, just remember we're on this new thing, and he literally has like a one little line to try to catch, and if I don't shut up and let him speak, then it scrolls and he tries to catch. Okay, a couple reminders. We already talked about the classes. Definitely go on the website, check out those classes list. Just want to remind you guys, on Saturday, August the 29th, starting at 10:30, Mickey Hudson with Husqvarna Viking will be here in the classroom. You do not have to own a Husqvarna Viking to come and attend. It is free. She will have a trunk show, and she will talk about how she made things. So it is a great time to come for inspiration. Like I said, you do not have to own a Husqvarna Viking to attend that. There will be information that will be valuable to you. But if you are a Husqvarna Viking user, just know that we will have specials that day. on sewing machines. Well, actually the whole week. She's going to be here that whole week, but on accessories and everything. And then, of course, if you have questions on how to use something, Mickey is your girl. Last but not least, before we go, I just want to remind everybody, Handy Quilter still has their 30% off on all their machines. That is machines, not accessories, 30% off. So this sheet doesn't give all of the options. It just gives some, but I'm just going to tell you now, when you're thinking about a Moxie, which is a 15-inch throat on an 8-foot frame for less than $4,000, I say, sign me up. Anything else, Steve, before we go?
Gail says she's putting those clips on her list.
All right, Miss Gail. I agree. I don't blame you. Okay, guys, I think that is it. This has been, once again, these are one of my favorite shows when we get to talk about so many different things. Whether you're a hand stitcher, not a hand stitcher, a machine embroiderist, you like to do pouches, you like to do quilts, or you just like to do fun little projects. I love that we get all of this stuff in. With that being said, I'm going to jump off here and get busy. This is Lisa at SewEndipitous, where unexpected happiness is found in every stitch. Bye, guys.